How you doing this morning? Well, the weather's going to break, I think, so we might get some good weather. Maybe I can get outside. Anyway, I've rearranged things a little bit because I noticed from my last few videos that I was way too close to the camera, the way I had the camera set up, and it was making my audio too loud plus distorted. So I've moved the camera back a little bit, and I've zoomed in, which then there's a compromise now in the video because I'm zooming in and it's a digital zoom. So anyway, we're going to proceed and see if I improved anything. My little friend here is showing you a new radio, and we're going to move him back out of the way so he doesn't get hit in the head. This is a new radio that I got. This is the Degen DE13. Now, where I got the idea about this radio is from another YouTuber who produces a lot of videos on shortwave. It's almost mainly on shortwave. And that is Gillis, and his YouTube channel is official official SWL channel.
A message for you.
It's a mouthful. But anyway, if you do a search on official SWL channel, you'll find his videos. Most of you are probably already watching his videos and probably found his videos before you found mine. And like I say, he does an excellent job. He's doing Hangouts now where he does sometimes up to 3 hours of Hangouts where he talks about shortwave radio stations, everything. I mean, he does a great job. Plus, he always gives me a little advertisement, shall we say, and mentions my channel. So I need to do the reverse. But anyway, boy, I went on for a long time on that subject. Anyway, he's done several reviews on this radio. Reviews and showing you how well it works and stuff like that. And for the price, he really likes this radio. And I had seen it before, and I'm like, yeah, it can't be that great. And what it is, it's a little emergency radio. And it gives you AM, FM, and 2 shortwave bands. And it's a little analog tuner. And I got my big hand in the way. Whoops. So it's an analog tuner with just a slide tuner, which is typically not that accurate. And so you kind of have to be patient and, kind of jog this tuning wheel over here back and forth and get the station in. But it is very sensitive, I noticed. And I'm not going to do a full-up review with using the report card and all that stuff because there's not a lot of features. It's pretty well straightforward, so I'm just going to talk about it. And I've done some testing about some of the features, and I'll tell you about that later. And like I say, it's an emergency radio in that it has a solar panel for charging it, and that's one of the key features that Gillis talked about and caught my eye, ear, whatever. It has a crank on the back to charge an internal battery, which is the same thing the solar cell does. It's got a little internal battery here. Not on camera very well. I can't see myself on camera because my laptop is clear across the room. But anyway, here is the rechargeable battery pack. Excuse me. Now, the one thing I noticed about this rechargeable battery pack, it's much bigger than other radios like this that have the same technique where you can crank it to charge the battery or use solar. So that's probably why Gillis has boasted about how long it plays when you use that rechargeable battery. Also, you can use AA batteries here and use that instead of the internal, if the internal rechargeable battery is not charged. Excuse me. It has a light, which I can show you in a few minutes. This is the volume control. This is the tuning knob. Again, I'm not facing the camera. Anyway. And then down here are some hidden features. And one is a full-size USB port for charging your cell phones, and then what the heck is it? Headphones? Yeah, headphones plug right there. It says on here what these things are, and then down here is a excuse me, micro USB mini USB port for charging the battery via either your laptop or an AC adapter for USB. And that's the only thing that's over there is that, and yeah, there's the telescopic antenna, not very big. And then on here are the function switches. And the top switch is for controlling the other features. And the other features are the light. So you can turn the light on. And I guess it's not charged. Oh yeah, that's right. I did a test last night. And I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. Because I can't turn the light on for you. Because I discharged it last night. It also has a little siren. And it has a... I don't know what the other feature is. Siren? I don't know. Oh well, we'll get back to that later. And then it has various modes of power. Like I said, the built-in rechargeable battery, or the AA or AAA, actually AAA batteries. And there's a switch position for using that output port to charge your cell phone using the crank, or using, I believe, the charge off of this rechargeable battery. You can't use these batteries here for charging your cell phone. Okay, I digress. Like I say, it's AM, FM, shortwave. Shortwave is 5.8 megahertz to 18 megahertz. Which I won't be able to illustrate because I've killed the batteries. And what I did, speaking of killing the batteries, what I did is, one of the things that caught my eye about this radio when Gillis was reviewing it was that he said that he can charge it during the daytime and it will play most of the night. Now, he doesn't define most of the night, but it said it would play most of the night. So what I did is I put it in the sunlight. I put it in the windowsill with direct sunlight coming in, and I let it sit there and charge for 4 hours. 4 hours. And then I turned the radio on, took it out of the window, of course, turn the radio on about normal volume so you could hear it with no problem. And it does have pretty good volume. And it's pretty clear even with this tiny little speaker. So I set it up and I let it play FM station for a while until it died. And I charged it for 4 hours and it played for just over 3 hours. So that's pretty good. That would be worth an evening of listening. I also did a test and I had completely discharged the battery before I started charging it. I also did a test, and this is a test that I've done on other radios with this dynamo feature, is I did my 5-minute charge with the dyno. And the way I do that is I crank this thing and charge the battery for 1 minute, and then I rest and I rub my hands and everything and try to get, you know, my arthritis to stop hurting. And then after a minute of resting, I charge it for another minute, and then I rest, so that I end up charging it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's all I charge it. And again, that was with the rechargeable battery dead. I drained the battery, so it was dead. So 5 minutes of charging, and then I played it on FM station, and it played for over an hour and a half with just 5 minutes of charging. So I got 90 minutes, over 90 minutes of playing the radio continuously with just a 5-minute charge. So those are the tests I've done. So that was impressive, because I've done the dyno test, the 5-minute dyno test, on some of my other radios that have that feature, and they usually last about under 15 minutes. It's the best they can do. Now, of course, that depends on the circuitry, and you know, apparently the circuitry in this radio is pretty efficient, because it plays for quite a long time, and like I say, it does have plenty of volume. I didn't play it at loud volume, but I played it, I think I was maybe a quarter volume or less, and it was plenty. I could hear it. Matter of fact, I could hear it in the other room. So what else can I tell you about this little radio? The price. The price. The price is, excuse me, under $30. I think it's about $28 right now in my Amazon store. Yeah, some people in my survey said they didn't know about my Amazon store. I have to mention it more often. I thought I was mentioning it too much already. So anyway, okay, so I think that's about it. Like I say, I can't show you how it operates on this video because I discharged the thing doing the testing. What was I thinking? So anyway, we will charge it up again, and we will do the test on, show you the actual reception and playback. When I had it charged up, last night I did some scanning of the shortwave band, and it found a lot of the stronger bands. It didn't find a lot of weak bands, but it probably found, last night, it probably found about 15 stations. So it did a pretty good job, and it was using just this telescopic antenna in my office. So anyway, so that's the Degen DE13, and like I say, I'll charge it up and show you how it operates. Okay, now I am overwhelmed by the response to my survey. Just in the 24 hours that I've had it up there, I've received over 60 responses. So I really, really appreciate you doing that. I know it takes some time to do that. I appreciate it. I'm overwhelmed at the number of responses. This was my first trial. I didn't spend a lot of time on setting it up because I want to just try it and see if it works, if I could set it up, if I could get results, and it appears to be working. And so I'm going to expand it and add some more things, and I got some suggestions of things to do. If you have suggestions for things to add to my survey, please let me know. You can either send me a comment via this video or any other video for that matter, or you can send me an email to TRRS73@gmail.com and tell me, how I can improve it, what other things I can survey. I think it's going to be really helpful for me and my listeners, for that matter, to improve my channel, because I know my channel needs improvement. Boy, does it need improvement, right? Yeah, right. Okay, so that's the show for today. Again, thanks for filling out the survey. Thanks for subscribing, and please share my videos. I'm getting more and more subscribers every day, and I think it's because you, as my viewers, are using that share button and letting other people know about my channel. Also, use my Amazon store. And I'll tell you just for a second, I'll tell you about my Amazon store. Since there were a number of people in the survey said they didn't know anything about it, is Amazon allows anyone to set up a storefront. And all it is a web page which you can pick and choose items to put in your store as far as showing people things. And so what I did, of course, is pick things that are related to my show. Shortwave radio, scanners, antennas, books, whatever. And then they can go to your Amazon store webpage, select an item, and then they can say, okay, I'm going to purchase this item. That takes you to the real Amazon store. So this is just a gateway to get to Amazon. And if you use that gateway, I get a small commission. It's very small, but it's something. I get a small commission if you buy something. And it doesn't have to be just the things that were in my store. Once you've gone through my store and gotten to Amazon, if you choose some other things like some bird seed, I get a commission off that bird seed. And then what I do is I take those commissions, I get them in the form of a credit. I don't get any money. I get them in the form of a credit, and then I use those credits to buy things like this radio. That's how I got this radio, by using a credit from Amazon, and purchase this radio, and now I'm demonstrating it. So that's how the process works. I'm not in it to make any profit, especially on the low commission that they give you. But it does provide me with the source of credits on Amazon to purchase things to review. Boy, that was way too long. So anyway, that's the show for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll say bye-bye.